Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Lost in the Boxers podcast. Four man up today. Anubis has disappeared like Liverpool's title hopes. Long may that continue. So we're going to talk about a few topics
I
today.
said
We're
a
going to have
prayer.
some. Huh?
The man said a prayer. Long may that continue. Fucking wild, man.
Honestly, yeah. Um, yeah, we're gonna have a couple topics today. We're gonna talk about the NBA, talk about what's been trending in the last few months on Twitter Spaces, especially alpha male boot camps, and something that came up in the news like a month or so ago, about elephants, and then we'll just have some fun random questions near the end. But yeah, how's everyone doing?
I'm curious about elephants. That's what I'm doing. Oh, good, man.
Ah, I didn't know the Knicks were playing now.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. Well, when you guys said it, I was like, all right, they must not know.
Do you know what? Do you know? Let's start on that. Like watching the NBA in the UK is mad because sometimes it's at 6 p.m., but most of the time it's like
3 a.m. or
2 a.m.,
something like that.
3
Yeah.
a.m., 1 a.m. So
Actually, it gets
keeping up
better
with
in the
it
playoffs
all is
because
kind
there's
of
only
hard.
a couple games at that midnight-ish time. Because usually they start at like 11, which is not too terrible. Like the West Coast ones that start at like 3 a.m. That's usually like the Lakers ones or yeah, like those are the West Coast ones that go crazy. But usually it's late, obviously. But like if you're trying to do like a normal life, like you don't want to start your watching time at like midnight, but it's kind of doable still. But if you're starting at 3, that's trenches because you're not probably not gonna finish till like 6 in the morning, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, luckily, unfortunately for me, I did stay up one night to watch both the games, which was the Knicks against Philadelphia in game two, and also the Lakers and the Nuggets, I think also game two. And both of those games were really, really good. Both of them were just like end to end, good action. And the way that they both ended was just great. It's probably the best thing I've seen from the playoffs so far. Other than that, most of the other games have been kind of like blowouts or just games I'm not interested in. Like Cavaliers and Magic, I'm not
That
really
is the
interested in
shittest
that.
series, I have to
Yeah,
say.
like I haven't watched a single
The
game of
lot,
that
yeah, I
series.
think what was it, game 3? The Orlando won, and I checked in because I wasn't gonna watch the game. I think I was on my Tesco shift. I just looked at the score, and it was like they were leading by 40 points. I want to say this is
Oh,
40.
Orlando leading Cleveland by
Damn.
40 points.
yeah,
I
that's
was
bad.
miffed.
That's bad.
hmm
That's
I
bad.
thought that would be a bigger topic, like in a normal sports day thing the next day. I didn't hear
Hmm.
a peep, which is just it just goes to show you, it's just the series is in the trenches.
Yeah, I think when it comes to basketball games in general, when it's blowouts, unless you're supporting that team, it is kind of boring to watch. For me, anyway. I don't know. I like to watch competitive basketball. So at least with my series, the Knicks and Philadelphia, it's like it's going to be close games.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think the opposite, to be honest. Like yesterday, I was
Yeah,
watching
because your team's blowing
Celtics.
out bloody.
No, I don't mean just OKC, but yesterday I was watching the Celtics game, and for the majority of the game, they were like up quite big, right?
That
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure.
that
And
that
like
is good.
it was more, it was like I was like it was more in the sense of like it's impressive, like just how good they were. And even just like in
Eh,
parts of the game where when the other team starts to make a run, and you kind of have that feeling of will they, won't they type thing. And in this playoff so far, most of the time they haven't. I don't think anyone has come back from like a big deficit. But
I
that
mean,
aspect of it, I
Nuggets,
Everybody
quite like it.
Nuggets.
Oh, sorry, except Nuggets. Yeah, yeah, except Nuggets. But that aspect of it I like because I don't know what it is. Playoff basketball, I just love it. Like regardless of the score, I
Really?
think it's so
Oh,
good. Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas um like regular season, it can have the same effect, but obviously the game means more in the playoffs, isn't it? So
yeah.
yeah, I've enjoyed the playoffs so far, to be honest.
It means more thing is so funny because of the whole Liverpool thing as well.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize I said that.
It means more.
Oh, big up Trent,
Yeah.
man. Big up Trent.
You know what's crazy though? I know that we don't want to talk about football, but like they, I was on their Reddit, subreddit thingy, so I just like kind of sneaked in just to see what the fans are saying over there, and they
Hmm.
did make good points in the sense that they have been scammed a lot this season, but we'll get onto that on the actual pod. But they've lost like two. They should have got a penalty against us at Anfield that for
Yeah.
the Odegaard handball, and then the Tottenham thing was a huge shambles.
Hmm.
But that's just all sports though, isn't it? Like there's always games.
Yeah,
With the
exactly.
Yeah,
officiating in every sport is just terrible.
yeah, that's true.
So yeah.
Yeah, because we had the Newcastle one, the West Ham like over the line one as well,
Mm.
Yeah.
and then yeah, I'm sure we've
Yeah.
had other ones.
Yeah. So What have you guys been thinking of the playoffs so far? If you've been watching or seeing highlights or whatever.
My first sense of the playoffs is that our somewhat quote unquote heroes, the 2010 greats, are getting old, which
They're
is kind
getting
of
old,
sad to
man.
see. Yeah, because I'm seeing like KD is getting I'm literally watching the Suns getting cooked by Anthony
Yeah.
Edwards and the man. But it's just like they just have more energy. Like Rudy Gobert is
Mm.
just running around. Like it just doesn't make
They're
sense.
making Rudy Gobert look good, man. I cannot
Yeah,
believe it.
they're hustling like crazy. And I think it's
People try to tell
Mm.
me KD is better than LeBron.
Yeah, I knew that was
I
coming.
mean I mean
That's the takeaway. Sorry, saying not to cut you off.
yeah, I mean sure, but besides yesterday's game, they were like it was 3-0. LeBron was getting cooks.
No, no,
Sorry,
no,
LeBron
no.
and the Lakers were
LeBron's getting
losing like
swept.
3-0.
But like, think about who's
It's gonna
doing
be
the
a
work.
gentleman's sweep. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting swept, but I don't even care if they lose 4-0 at
We?
this point. Like,
Did you say we?
yeah.
This guy in 4K.
What are you talking about? Well,
Oh,
of course, I've always said I'm a LeBron fan. What?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
What?
I
Like,
guess so.
again, I don't get why
Yeah,
all
okay.
this double this ooh is coming from. Like, I've always been straight. I'm a
I don't
LeBron
know.
fan.
I mean, I like Luka Doncic, but I can't say we to the Dallas Mavericks. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's a you problem. Like, that's
I
I
don't
don't
know.
have that
I
problem.
don't
Clearly.
know. I mean, this sounds like a LeBron problem, but anyway, yeah, go on, yeah, go on, yeah.
But like,
We were getting cooked.
look who we're getting like swept by. Like freaking the best player in the game, the guy
Well,
who's like
they won
he's a
game
freaking
four,
cheat
so
code. Huh?
it's not a sweep. They won. Lakers won game four, innit? So
No,
it's
I
not a
Yeah,
know,
sweep.
but
3-1, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
in my mind it's a sweep. Like whether or
yeah,
not like unless they win the next game, which I don't think they will.
yeah.
The series is
Not
over.
Denver,
So
no.
yeah,
Yeah.
but look
Yeah.
who they're getting beat by, and then compare that to who like KD is getting stunned by. Not even Anthony Edwards, because that's what people are going to run to. No, he's not the one guarding KD. Freaking Jaden
Mm.
McDaniels or whatever the fuck his name is.
No, but he's good, man. He's good.
I,
He's good.
I
You
hear
know what?
you. I hear you, but he's
Yeah,
not supposed to be doing that to KD. Is my point.
yeah. But at this
And
age,
KD this season,
yeah,
you can't even say age because KD this season was damn near
yeah,
averaging 30.
yeah.
So,
True, true.
and then when it really counts, man can't even break 20.
I
Yeah.
mean, from the looks of it, if Timberwolves go through, do they play OKC?
No, it's the Denver Clippers and
Oh, okay,
Mavs.
damn it.
It's
Because
that
I really
series.
wanted to see
Yeah.
that matchup. Because I just watching them playing the Suns, I honestly think the Timberwolves would take
Listen,
OKC.
I want to see T Wolves against. I want to see T Wolves against the Nuggets. I think they might have something for them.
No, isn't it?
I know that sounds crazy, but
Nah,
I think they might
Mm.
have something for them.
Well, who got the
nah.
one
I
seed?
hear
Was it
that.
not? Was it
Okay,
not?
so they got the one
OKC,
seed.
yeah.
And Denver third, no?
Denver got second or third.
Oh, they got sec. No,
Yeah,
because if
second.
it's
Sorry.
oh,
Yeah,
they got
sorry. Denver got
second.
second and T Wolves got third. Yeah,
Oh, I see. Okay, well,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I just have this sneaky feeling that T Wolves they've got something
They're
like that'll
good,
be a
man.
7 game
They're
series.
good.
That'll be because just I think they're the best defensive team. I'm pretty sure they were the best defensive team in the regular season. And they've got a lot of good defenders. Oh, I know obviously Gobert in the playoffs is here or there as a defender, but like Jaden McDaniels, he's him.
Yeah.
And Edwards is a good defender
Anthony
as well.
Edwards
Like
he's a baller.
yeah. Yeah,
I
and Mike
don't
Conley
think
is
they're
really
doing
good as
anything to
well.
them.
Like not even just as a defender, Mike Conley's really good. I really just forgot how good he was.
Hmm.
Yeah, but again, like I'm putting all of that up against like Jamal Murray and Jokic.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you're not like it's
yeah.
just they're just it's like
Listen, man,
it's
they might have
depressing
something for
how
them.
good they are. That's like it's like you just kind of
Yeah,
give your hand up. Like it's when Jamal starts hitting shots in the fourth,
yeah.
you're
You know what?
finished.
We say that, but I feel like the Nuggets. I know it's 3-1, but the Nuggets should be making more of a mess of the Lakers than they have been. Like
No,
the
No,
game,
you say
have
that, but
they shouldn't have needed to come from 20 points down to win.
see, that's where I disagree.
Yeah,
Because
I don't think the Lakers are good. I don't think the Lakers are good. So
what? They
I
got
think they
LeBron
are.
and Anthony Davis.
I think they are.
I
If
don't
the
think
Lakers
so.
were playing OKC right now, like I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah, I reckon they beat
something-
OKC.
Like they're
Maybe because they got the size, and that's what kills us.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. The size is
but
huge.
it's not
Yeah.
just the size; they've got athleticism as well. They just
Yeah, we
shook by
we
the
got something
Nuggets.
for that. We got something
I
for
think
that.
whatever you
We
have
got
is not
something
Anthony
for that, man.
Davis.
I don't know, man. You
Yeah.
guys are so young.
No, that's what I
so-
mean. I said the size. Yeah, you've got it. But anything else, I feel like we've got a good counter for that.
Hmm.
Yeah, but size is everything. I mean, look at what T
Yeah,
Wolves are
yeah,
doing to Phoenix.
exactly. T Wolves would be our next worst, the next worst team that we could play.
Mm.
Yeah, I think they beat you
Well,
in the series.
But I don't know.
Dude, yeah,
I guess
T-Wolves, I think they would. I think they would.
Yeah.
But
the
we
the
probably won't
series,
get to them, so
the series obviously I'm more interested in is the Miami Celtics one.
mm,
And I just think that's pissing me off about the way we play, as in Miami Heat, because that's my actual team.
mm,
disclaimer.
It is so we beat the we like they blew us out game one, come back game two, handle business. Um,
mhm,
and then game three, like I always have this thing in my head where it's like I expect them to play well, but whenever they play like shit, it pisses me off because I know like I can see it coming. And the thing is, I my biggest problem with athletes, like the mental side of it. I don't
mhm,
get how people can be that mentally weak, where it's like you have a chance to really step on people's necks and you come out
mhm,
just you just and because and the way I can tell that is I know you can play better than that.
mm,
Like I know your intensity can be way better than that. And when it's just not in the playoffs, I don't understand that. Like that bugs my
Yeah.
mind. Like I don't
mm.
understand how you can like say, "Oh, I'm coming to work," and
Yeah,
not just give it your effort. Like I really don't get that, and that frustrates the fuck out of me. Like
we
it
need
just makes
more
me
mentality monsters.
honestly,
I'd agree with you if you said if Jimmy was playing and this was happening, but
nah,
I
because
Exactly.
think
Yeah,
he
Jimmy
does the
yeah.
not
same
being
thing.
Best players are playing.
Jimmy and Rozier not being there is big, big, big,
Nah,
big.
I don't care. Because again, this is not. I'm not even talking about quality of players. Because again, Celtics could blow us out, like beat us 4-0.
Yeah.
And if we played hard, I'd still be like, all right, kudos, game, whatever. But even when Jimmy is there, he does the exact same thing. Where it's like there are games
Mm,
where he would explode in the playoffs, and then other games you're scratching your head because this is my kind of in break 15. It's like
Mm,
yeah.
I don't understand it, which is why one of my favorite players at the moment is Anthony Edwards, because that brother
Mm,
is just again, it might
He's
not come
he's
up
got
in
it.
as
He's
far
got
as like
it.
points,
Yeah.
but
mm,
yeah,
like
he's got that
you can't
dog.
question his effort. Like it's
Mm,
one of the things. It's ironic because like I don't like Westbrook, right? But one of the things
yeah,
people always say about him is like you can't
yeah.
knock the effort, and it's like as much as I hate Westbrook, I can't
Mm,
knock him for effort. Like
mm,
I will be like,
yeah.
please don't touch the ball, but like I know his effort's gonna be there, and it pisses me off like to the point where I don't understand. It turns me off of the NBA, like quite frankly, when I'm watching these games
Yeah.
because like literally yesterday watching the game, after like the first quarter or whatever, I just all right, this they're not here to play today. Like just turn it off.
Mm,
Like, I
mm.
don't have patience for it, honestly.
yeah.
Like, I don't see how you can be on the court and just be fucking around.
But what if your team isn't fucking around and putting all that effort in, but they lose anyway?
This is my point with the NBA in general. Like they're very like even with the Lakers, like where you have the Nuggets down by that much or whatever. Like I don't get why your defensive intensity, like you see people missing assignments and like people giving up layup dunks and everyone's just like that shit
Mm.
pisses me off. Like if you're someone like I don't know, LeBron or Anthony Davis or whatever, Anthony Davis is scoring 2 points in the fourth quarter. Like what?
Yeah. But that's it though. I think what tends to happen with the Lakers is they in the fourth quarter they just tend to move away from what's worked the first three quarters, and it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but and the
Like,
thing is like forget about this is the thing. Forget about the scheme, all of that. If
mm,
I'm like LeBron or Anthony Davis or whoever, let's focus on Anthony Davis because like he's the one who just like goes all the way down. Like
yeah,
you're six, whatever you are, like you've got all the skills that you have, and you're supposed to be like this alpha. Like if I'm on the court and like I know I haven't like done anything, I can see us losing points. I can just take the ball. Like again, it's what I usually say with football, where it's like I don't get why
yeah,
someone can just take the ball and just run straight down the field. Like
Mhm.
if nothing else, you create convergence, you create a disruption in whatever the scheme is. Like
yeah,
someone comes to that, but at least you can see the fire. Where it's like I have the ball and I'm going one way and I'm
yeah.
going.
You know what
I
I've
don't have.
noticed as well is when teams are down, yeah, they're so quick to just be like, fuck it, let's shoot some threes.
Yeah, like, I
And it
don't get
really
that
that's the
shit.
one thing that
Yeah.
pisses me off, especially when they're terrible threes as well, like fucking
Well,
step backs and shit.
like the Suns.
Yeah, the Suns is exactly who I was thinking of. Like as soon as it
Yeah,
goes
they're
wrong, they
terrible at
just
that.
think, all right, pick and roll into someone popping out and then free. And it's like, well,
Mm.
that's not
Yeah.
been working for you, you know, if you're 4 of 28, why is it now gonna work?
Mm.
Like,
Like just the fire is just not there. I'm literally like maybe again part of it is like the
you're not
money
bringing the heat.
also fucks with me because it's like how you getting paid this much money just to play a game and like you're not motivated enough. Like to just like take away the it's just football. Like if you're just, I mean basketball, if you're just playing to play, like even when we're on the court
Oh yeah,
here,
that's what Baron was saying recently. It was like, oh, it's just basketball. I
yeah,
was like,
like
oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
even
bad.
let's
I
let's
can't
let's just
lie.
say it's just
he's
basketball,
gonna get
whatever.
That
cooked.
was
Innit?
bad.
Let's just say it's just basketball or football, whatever the sport is. Like if I'm
Yeah.
out there playing, like even if when we're playing against ourselves, like
Mm.
bro, I hate losing. I'm competitive.
Yeah.
Like I
I was
don't
gonna
care.
say at
Like
the end of the day, you want to
we're
win, innit?
playing.
Like,
Like you're not gonna
yeah.
like we're playing. Like again, our fitness might not be there. Obviously, different level. They're professionals, so their fitness will be way better than us. But even on our level, like we're going
Mm.
at it, and I don't.
Mm.
And there's fun in that. Like I don't understand how you can play that game and just not have that just primal competitive side to you, where it's like, yo, okay, if you beat me, you beat me, but like we're playing.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure about this one because I feel like to get into the NBA, you have to be somewhat competitive. I think you're kind of discounting all
It's
of
not looking
these.
like it, bro.
Now, I guess that's what Kobe said though, is like when people like you fight all the way to get to the NBA, but then once you start getting all the money and all the checks and stuff, it's like the motivation is like yeah, you can win a
Yeah.
championship as well, but like
You
you're
get
set for
comfortable
life
in it.
pretty much. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. It's like, oh, like yeah, I could win a championship, but either way, I'm gonna be on like 100 mil for like the next 4 years anyway.
But
But
this is my point. So if you know you've got that money anyway, why don't you just play for the love of the game? Like just not even for the love of the game, just like where's the competitiveness in you to be like, okay, like cool, let's just see who's the best. Like, okay, fine, you beat
Mm.
me, but let's just
yeah,
play. Like I want to make it like bro, we're doing cardio out here. Let's just sweat.
I guess it depends on your
Pause.
motivation, because some people's motivation could just be financial security. Like, oh, okay, I'm not really good at school or anything like that, but like I like basketball, I'm good at basketball.
Nah,
Like Jokic, for example, Jokic, if he's one of those guys who's like he would watch his horses all day if he could, but he's like he's
here's the
clearly good.
difference. Jokic when he's playing, you're not questioning his competitiveness. That's the thing.
Mm.
Like he's not he's doing the media shit where it's like, oh, I'm not like okay, like basketball's he treats it like a
Mm,
9 to 5, which is what I'm saying they should do.
mm,
Yeah.
Treat it like a
fair.
like if you're going to 9 to 5 doing like whatever, get the fuck out of here.
Mm,
Like that's my point. Like so Jokic is that's not that's a bad example of what I think you're trying to say. Where it's like
No, but
mm,
If Jokic wasn't that good, you would take if Jokic wasn't as good as he is, you would use it against him the fact that he doesn't
no
watch
no.
games
Again, I'm
or he
not
doesn't pay
asking for everyone to
attention.
be no that's wrong because what I'm saying is the effort isn't there. It's not about the quality of player. Like I'm not
Yeah.
expecting someone like Tyler Hero to come out and because he's competitive, he wants to get 35, 10, and 6. Like that's not what I'm expecting out of him.
Oh, so
If
even if
you're
they
getting
lose, but they're being
15, yeah, if you're
competitive,
getting
okay,
15, but I can tell like
that's what you
you're
mean.
playing defense, you're in your right rotations, you're doing what you need to do.
mm,
That's
okay.
calm. If you lose, you
Yeah,
lose. I'm just talking about the
yeah.
effort, and I can see it clearly. Like these guys don't have it.
Mm,
Mm.
Like
Don't you
these
fair.
think a
guys
lot of
just
it
don't have it.
is on like coaching as well? Because it should be up to the coaches to get players into the right headspace and get them playing to
See,
like
that's where I
a level of
disagree.
effort
Like
that's good enough.
you're a grown ass man,
But
bro.
also if they're not playing at a good enough effort, take them out of the game.
This is what I want to do, but they're not going to do that because they have X amount of dollars invested in these people. So I go back to the
Yeah.
players, right? You've done
Mm.
what you wanted to do, your life goal, your family's done. Okay, fine. Just like why can't you be competitive? It's not like you're going to lose the money
Yeah.
now. Like you're already in the league.
But
If
I
anything,
just
it
feel like
helps.
you can identify that early, I feel like, with
I,
players.
so if again, if I own the team, you know how I
Mhm.
am. Like after each game, I'm firing
Yeah.
people. Like I'm bringing people off the street to play in a playoff game. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. People won't do this, but that's me. Like I can't
Mm.
stand. I have no patience for
Mm,
like looking at someone
Because
and being
if
like, I
you
know you could do more. I've told you to do more, and you're just not doing it at this
Yeah,
point. Get
if
the
you
fuck out.
compare it to like let's say the Timberwolves, like all of those players are up for it. All of those players are hungry. All of those players like they want to win.
Yeah,
Like, what's the difference in that sense then with the Suns? Whereas like the Suns, they've not really won anything outside of KD, unless I'm forgetting someone. And they've been in the finals a couple years ago. Like they should be up for it to get back to that spot. But I don't
this
know. I just think they're just not good
this is
enough
what I'm
personally.
saying. Like
In that in
even
that specific series, they're just not good enough.
yeah, like I don't even think it's that. Even look at the Dallas Mavericks as well. Even look at Dallas, like the players they have, Derek Lively and all these guys. Like you don't know who they are, but like if you watch the last game they played, or even like how they've played this season, it's like you
Mm,
can't question the effort.
that's it.
Like
Yeah.
again, I don't care about the actual like results as far as winning and losing. The effort is the thing that I'm because again, that's the problem with the regular season. That's why that's not carrying as much weight. But they tell you, okay, wait, the playoffs is better. The playoff, it all means something. You come to the playoffs and people are getting blown out by
Mm,
40. Like, what the fuck?
yeah.
That's not supposed to happen in the playoffs. I don't care how bad
No,
or good,
I think this time around the higher seeds are just that much better. Like the teams that are
bro.
getting
I
blown
don't care
out are
what.
getting
You're
blown
not 40
out.
points better than me
Through.
for both in the NBA. I'm sorry.
It
Like
happens,
I've got
man.
the
It
same height
happens.
you do. Like I've got
Because
the
you have
same
to
height
think,
you do,
yeah,
bro. And you're not 40. Again, you're not 40 points better, bro.
yeah.
40.
The playoffs is just different, man. Yeah,
And I disagree with
yeah.
that because
Nah.
you have some teams which are just on it and they're all like working together. Like for
Mm.
example, the Warriors when they were in their prime, who were beating them and they were blowing out teams like
I
crazy.
hear that, but again,
Mm.
the Warriors weren't blowing people out by 40 in the playoffs.
I mean,
But
30, 40 is the same.
it doesn't matter
thing,
if they
really.
lose by 10 or by 40, really. They just
Well,
like the
no,
teams
it
Yeah.
lost.
does.
The teams
It does
lost.
because at a certain point now we're
Yeah.
talking about respect, bro. Like, and
Yeah.
again, I'm not talking about them disrespecting you. I'm talking about you respecting yourself as a player. Like, again, it's that competitiveness. Like,
But you can take someone's heart in the team if you're that good of a team as well.
again, if you could take my heart as a team, I'm not supposed to be on the court. Is what I'm trying to tell you. This is again, if I was a coach, people would get fired. Literally, like people. If I'm calling timeout, people are packing their bags out of a timeout. I'm bringing someone in right from the stands. I don't get, bro.
From the stands.
I can't be on a team with you, and someone makes a statement like, "Oh, they're just taking our heart." What? My team? Are you mad? What heart?
Yeah.
If they took your heart, you didn't have it in the first place. I'm sorry. Get the fuck out of here. You're not taking anyone, bro. Nah, I can
Not
get
everyone's
being
built the
beat by
same.
15 or something. Like again, the
Mm.
score isn't the thing I'm focused here. If they were getting beat by
It seems
40,
like you are.
the effort, then
Yeah,
fair
because it
enough.
keeps
But
saying
that's
40.
not supposed to be happening in the playoffs, is what I'm saying.
Mm.
No, but again, it's a ridiculous number, but it's something that actually happens.
Mm.
Like I've seen that
Yeah.
this postseason.
Yeah.
Is my point,
Just
and
the
it's just
disparity
effort.
of the teams. Like some teams are just way better than others.
Again, we won't go around in circles. You're not 40 points better. Like let's just leave it at that. Like I'm sorry, you're an NBA team.
Evidently they are.
Get paid me like.
Yeah, because you have to think
But
about the benches as well.
If each person took it like a
Mm.
personal challenge, I
Mhm.
promise you, there won't be 40-point blowouts out here in the play. Again, I'm not even saying regular season because people can whatever. In the
Mm.
playoffs, this is the 8 best teams of whatever. I'm not supposed to be
Yeah.
40-point differentials in the playoffs, bro.
Now, do you know what? I would agree if this was like the second round, but first round, I feel like it's
Yeah, exactly.
because we've just
Maybe I'm
sat here and
different,
talked
but
about
again, personally, I'll be firing half these people like out of
Yeah.
timeout. So who the fuck?
because we
fuck
talked
do I
about
know?
how bad like some of the teams are. Like I guess we even said Magic and Cavs, which aren't really that bad in I guess individually as teams, but they're
You're
getting blown
telling
out
me
by
the Cavs
40,
are 40
so
points
whatever.
better than Orlando?
No, but I'm just saying in it like it can happen. It's the first round. Like there's a lot that goes into it that can happen. Like they could have just schemed better for that day, and they're just better on that day.
I guess that's where
Like
we differ. That
yeah,
can't happen if I'm involved in that. It
yeah.
cannot happen. Like it's
Yeah.
a physical impossibility for me to be
I
down by
just feel
40
like
points in anything.
it shouldn't all be on the players. It shouldn't be all be on the players in that sense.
Again, players, coaches, fight whoever. I'm saying
Yeah.
there's nothing in this
By
life.
the whole fucking
Bro, everyone
franchise.
gone. Like I'll forfeit the playoffs because I'm a bet. Like there's nothing in this life that anyone's gonna do 40 points better than me. Are you mad? 40.
Oh.
If you manage the team pressures, I don't think that team would even get to the playoffs, honestly, because
No,
you're
if I
not
manage a
taking.
team, we'll get there.
Yeah, because you're gonna be fire. You'll be firing them like just because they lost like or got
Yeah,
blown out
you
by
won't have
one
enough
night.
players.
Yeah, a team of G Leaguers, isn't it?
I would because I would go get people who will do what exactly I need them.
From where? LA Fitness or?
Yes, bro, I'm picking people from the stands. I'll literally be out there on the coach. Like I'll have contracts right there, 10-day contracts. Like
I think the
that'll be
point
it. Like,
differential will be a lot more
you
than
look like
40.
you're fit. Come down,
Yeah.
100 grand, play this playoff game. I promise you, we'll see a better game,
I mean, there aren't that
That'll be
many
more
6'8"
entertaining.
people in the stands. Just
bro. I'm telling you, like if you're in the stands, I give you 200K for one playoff game. You're telling me you're not gonna give me better effort than that?
I'm telling you, I'm getting cooked 50 points or 60 points by
Yeah,
the worst player in the NBA.
the effort won't matter. Like
Yeah,
Nah.
exactly.
Break their legs out there. Like I don't
imagine like
give a fuck.
50 Pat Bevs like on
yeah,
just in the stands.
You're
Like
you're not getting 40 points on Pat Bev. Say what you want about him,
Mm.
and I don't even like Pat Bev. If I have a team full of Pat Bevs, sorry, you're not beating me by 40.
you're getting like
Again,
40
I
fevers.
lose. You're not beating me by 40.
Mm. Wait, so let's keep it more onto the playoffs. Stang, how are you feeling about the Knicks in the playoffs so far?
Yeah, since we're on it already, like this series is not like the one you're describing, Precious. This one's very competitive. It's actually I'm watching the game right now as we're doing this pod. It's halftime. We're down by 2 points away to Philly. As for the series, the first two games I felt like Brunson could have played better, and I do feel like he still can have like elevate, and that's where we're gonna beat them in this series. He's gonna be the reason why we beat them, but it's not gonna be an easy win. They still
Is
have
it 2-1 to you
an
guys?
MVP. It's two. It's 2-1, but we're
2-1,
playing
yeah.
away to them right now. So more likely than not,
Mhm.
they're going to even the series. So they've got an MVP caliber player, Embiid. They've got Maxi, who's been balling like crazy as well.
Yeah,
And if you
he's good,
watch him,
man.
he literally can get to the hoop like at will.
Hmm.
Like he can score a bucket when he wants to. So
Yeah.
they've got two good, really good players. But I just feel like we're defensively, we're more, we want it more. So I do feel like we're gonna win this series, but it's not gonna be easy in terms of
Hmm.
like I
Mm.
feel like they're gonna get game four, and it will probably beat them in 6 or 7. So they're a very, very good side. I don't think we're gonna do well enough to beat the Celtics, but I do feel like we can get to the conference finals, especially if we play who is it? Either
You
Milwaukee or Indiana
yeah,
next.
that would be your next round, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah,
Indiana
Yeah,
even
yeah.
their
Because
series.
Celtics are the 1 seed, isn't it?
yeah, one
You
seed, and
guys
we're
were
the two
two
seed,
seed,
I
right?
think.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd face the winner of the other series.
But we're doing this without Randall as well. He's been injured since January.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing, by the way.
But I just think like I don't know if you guys see it online, but the Knicks fans vibes are the best I've seen out of all of the
Oh
fans
yeah,
in the NBA. Like we
yeah,
if we made the conference finals and honestly, God forbid if we ever won the NBA like chips, like it would be crazy in New York.
yeah,
I just know it would be crazy. Like all the
yeah.
F Trey Young chants and all the
They've been doing that
who's
recently, you know.
don't you wish you came to the Knicks? Is it?
Yeah, yeah. I can't remember what game it was, but I saw someone tweet about it. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, like you said, the vibes are great. I can't lie. From whenever I see it online, like as much as I hate the Knicks, like it's nice to see a group of people enjoy themselves, and that's the most I'll say on it.
It's kind of like Arsenal in a way, where we haven't won
Yeah,
anything in decades. And it's the same with the Knicks. We haven't won anything in like 2 or 3 decades, even maybe even more than that.
since the 80s, I think.
But yeah, maybe even 70s. But it hasn't been. It's been like at least 2 decades since we've been like somewhat competitive in the playoffs. The last time we were in the playoffs, besides last year, I think, was like back in with Carmelo Anthony, and I didn't. Even though that team should have done better, we didn't expect to win anything because LeBron was in the East at the time with Miami.
Mm.
In his prime as well. So like here it's just I'm just enjoying the ride to be honest. If we win, it's great. If we don't, like we know we need another superstar on the team anyway. And I would trade Julius Randle tomorrow, if that was the case. If we could just grab
I was gonna
someone
say,
like it, like an Embiid. Give Brunson an Embiid, like I've been saying.
no, 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 no. You don't want that Embiid curse, man. He's not gonna win shit.
Yeah, Embiid's not reliable. Embiid's not reliable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think the Celtics are that good, to be honest. Obviously they're a good team, but
I
they're
don't think so
they're not
either.
going to beat the Nuggets.
Do you guys remember
They're,
who I picked to win the East?
no,
No.
Mine was the
we picked the
Celtics.
Bucks, I think.
You guys will pick the Bucks, and I said the Celtics. And you know what's really pissed me off? Yeah, as the season's gone on, I've been really regretting that pick. Not because I don't think they'll win, because I just don't want them to win. Because I don't like how
Mm.
they've been like the best team and how everyone's spoken about them. And I'm like, do we really forget what they've done in the playoffs? I know obviously they lost in the finals like quite recently, which is fair.
Mm.
But like before then, they've always had that, never been able to do
Because the
it.
finals they should have won though.
Was it against the Warriors? It was,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
was the
Yeah,
one against the
Yeah.
Warriors. Yeah. They had a
Mm.
chance to go 3-1 up.
It's probably their best chance. It's probably their best chance, but
Yeah. Because
because
it was just Steph as well.
What I see with the Celtics is I don't see it as I see it as a team of individuals. That's just me personally. Like Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown. I don't really rate these guys that highly. If they had like someone like a good point guard like a Steph Curry, they would obviously play good as a team.
I can't
Mm.
But
lie,
I just
Drew's
don't
been
see
good for
them
them.
linking up that well. Well,
Drew,
Holiday.
Drew Holiday's been good, and Porzingis has
has
been
he?
really good for them. I think he's been good for
Drew
them.
Holiday
They're
has not
60.
been good.
They had 64 wins. Like
Drew
they
Holiday is
didn't
like
have that before he was there.
again. I'm talking about playoffs.
Yeah.
I could give a
Oh,
fuck
okay,
about the
fairs,
regular
yeah,
season.
fairs.
Yeah, I mean they,
I
they
think
lost to
Porzingis has
a
been
Miami
good.
Heat team without Jimmy Butler. Like,
Yeah,
what's going on here?
yeah, that's true.
But personally, I don't want the Celtics to win because I've never liked that franchise.
I
Yeah,
hate them. I don't like
yeah,
Like
them
that's
at all.
never.
also it.
Like
Yeah,
from the time I like is I don't maybe it's I don't want to go too deep with it, but it's the whole racist thing with me. I can't
yeah,
get
yeah,
over that.
yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know what,
fair.
and I'm not this guy.
Wait.
Like,
Like
but I
What?
can't
their
get
fans
over. I
are
cannot get
quite.
over it with
Are
myself.
they?
Like,
Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't know
because
that.
they're like Irish, aren't they?
yeah, like
Bloody hell.
I can't get over it. Like when I see people support like Boston, I'm just like, I can't. I hate that team. Like,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
hate it. Like all the things they put Bill through. Nah.
The reason why I don't like them is because I feel like they're kind of cocky. They haven't done anything since
yeah.
2008.
It's like Man United, isn't it?
Imagine
Like
having
That's
like
that's what
a
it is.
anniversary for a
all the
championship they
history.
won like 10 plus years ago.
Yeah,
And then
Mm.
when they had the chance to beat the Warriors, who they were favored in, they bottled it. Like these guys are just a
mm,
team of individuals. Jalen Brown has no left.
That guy's the
mm.
worst player on a
Jason
mascot side
Tatum,
I've ever seen.
like his Kobe antics piss me off. You're not
Honestly,
Kobe,
Yeah,
so
Bro,
yeah.
honestly,
It's,
you're
oh
the
my
not
amount of
Kobe.
gosh.
Don't do it,
yeah,
bro,
he
man.
I'm
needs to
telling
stop,
you, I
man.
used to like Jason Tatum, but ever since that whole Kobe, like everyone wants to be like Kobe's son. I'm just like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
get
he
Come
needs
on,
to
over it.
stop
bro.
in it.
because when he's sending in
Mm,
messages before, I'm like, or like after, it's like, oh, this
Yeah.
one's for
Come
you.
on,
I'm like,
bro.
oh, stop it.
mm.
Let him rest. Let him
Do we
rest.
Stop, man.
know?
Like just shut up. Let your game do the talking. Just stop
Just
talking,
all right,
man.
controversial opinion here, but like the whole thing with like Kobe and how people have damn near deified the man, it's just like, okay, you're not doing too much now.
Way
You
too
can't
much.
say one like it's just every word you hear is like, oh, Kobe was the greatest. So I'm like, relax, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Relax.
he was great. He was great.
Again, no one
I
will
mean,
debate that. Like I'm not even
Yeah,
you
I'm
would
not
you would
even
love
one
him
of
as a
those
player,
guys.
to be fair,
Yeah,
yeah,
because he gave it his all.
no, but again, I like Kobe. Like I didn't
Yeah.
like I have a
yeah. Some
weird
people say
relationship with Kobe, but it's
he's
like
the best player ever. So yeah, those guys go a bit too far.
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
people just take that too far, man. But anyway, I don't want to start going
Yeah.
Because I think
somewhere
when
else. But
they recently polled like the NBA players on the Athletic, I think it was, and who they thought the GOAT was, and it was like Michael Jordan just ahead of LeBron, and then third was Kobe. So I guess that goes to show.
I hear that. I hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the generation who's probably seen him the most, to be fair.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Who's
Yeah.
writing the narrative, isn't it?
Do we
Yeah.
know when Jimmy Butler's going to be back?
who's out
He
for a
had
couple
an
of weeks? If
he
we
had an MCL,
assuming,
didn't
yeah, if assuming we make it past this, I think it's probably somewhere in the like conference finals or something like that.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Or
Oh,
late in
he?
the
shit.
Okay.
second round, I
Yeah.
believe. But again, that's assuming we get that far. Which
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
low-key still think we could beat the Celtics. Again, it's just like for whatever reason, we've just
Nah.
gotta like again, this is if you're not a Miami
If you
Heat
had
fan,
Butler, I'd be like, yeah, you'd probably
if you're
win.
not a Miami Heat fan, you don't like you want because Eric Spoelstra,
Yeah.
like we have them.
Mm.
Yeah.
But again, the only thing that will kill us, the one thing that will kill us is we just have a team full of betas. And that's just that's the truth of it. We have a team full of
Yeah.
betas.
I'm not a
There's no
fan of
alpha.
Tyler Hero.
Hmm?
I'm not a fan of Tyler Hero. I don't know what it is about him, but if he's the man that's like at the head of your franchise, obviously because Butler's not there, but if he's like your main guy, I can't see a team like that doing well.
He's not. And yeah, we're just a bunch of we're a bunch of betas. Like if the coach needs to give you like a team speech or you need someone to psych you up, like what like bro,
Mm.
you're basketball, you're professional, bro.
Mm.
Like I'm one of these people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like when people say, "Oh, you're not giving a like you don't give rah-rah speeches." I'm kind of like someone. I thought I saw a report. Someone asked Jokic, like, "Do you give rah-rah speeches?" I'm like, "No." Like, and I'm with him. Like,
Mm,
why the fuck do I need to
Yeah.
do that? Like, bro, you're a professional.
mm,
Go out there and do your job. It's when you
Yeah.
start.
Apparently, he like sent a text message in the group chat like sometime last playoff series or last year's playoffs run where like I think he must have been like upset after one of those it might be like the conference finals, and then apparently that motivated everyone because he rarely speaks. Jokic anyway.
mm,
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, we just have a team of betas, man. So I think
Mm.
again, we can beat them on scheme and just defense because we have
Mm.
what it takes to play defensively. It's just that we just come out there sometimes just shell shocked.
Yeah.
mhm.
And that pisses me off more than anything. I could give a fuck if we lose, but Just
Yeah.
playing like pussies just pisses me off, man.
So it looks like your team needs some alpha male boot camp training.
Bro, no, we don't need that. We need to kick people off the team is what we need and get a bunch of alpha. Like, if you have to go to training to be an alpha male, I'm sorry you don't have it because you're gonna lose that at some point, and I'm not paying to have you go through that again. So just get the fuck out at that point. Like go enjoy your
There's
beta life
still
somewhere. Like
there's still a few more series that we need to cover, I think.
Yeah.
before we move
I
on.
mean, before we
Okay.
we cover another series. So Precious, did you watch any of the Lakers games at all?
not completely because they usually come on when I'm in Tesco. So I've seen like a couple other games here and there. Like
Did you
parts
did
of
you
it.
watch
So
game 2? Did you watch game 2?
Game three was the one. Game two is the one they had the 20-point lead. I didn't see that one. I saw parts. No, I didn't watch game. I think the last one is probably the only one
So
I've
game
seen the
3
most
was
of.
the 20-point lead one. I believe they lost.
No, that was two.
Nah,
That was
game
two.
2 because it was in Denver, innit?
Yeah, it was in Denver.
Oh,
Game
okay.
three.
Because
Game
Jamal Murray
three
hit that
was
shot, innit?
just
Oh,
yeah,
is that
that
one?
was
Okay, sorry.
yeah.
Did you watch that? Did you watch that game? The game 2?
Not completely. I just saw moments because I was
I
desperate.
just watched the highlights.
Yeah.
Did you watch the ending? Like leading up to the.
You want to
LeBron
talk about the
missing
three
the
LeBron
three.
missed? It's like, why are you pussyfooting? Just say what you want to say, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm
Sang,
talking
that
about.
was
I
your
just wanna know
chance. Speak your chest.
view. Yeah, no, I want to know your view because before I get onto it, I just want to know from you because you were talking about people giving it their all and stuff. What did you think of the last stretch
Ooh.
of that game, the last minute of that game, where Lakers probably could have won it?
No, it was the refs, no?
Huh?
It was the refs, no? The refs have affected the 20-point
I
collapse.
mean, 20-point lead,
Hey, listen, man.
collapse like that.
I didn't watch the game like fully, so I have no like because I know there were like there's talk about the refs and
Did you
so
watch
on.
the last
So I
minute
don't know
though?
the context in which I know LeBron missed the three.
Mm.
I know LeBron missed the three, even though he had made a couple before up until
It's
that
a
point.
wide
Yeah,
open
he
three.
did.
Yeah, I saw that. I was disappointed. I was shocked.
Oh, you was disappointed? Okay.
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
fair enough.
Unlike
Okay,
you,
well,
I'm objective,
Hey,
but
listen,
you
man.
choose not to see that. You choose not to believe that. I'm just not gonna convince you in it.
Personally, I'm not disappointed that he took the shot.
I
Yeah,
didn't
That
because
say
is
if
I'm
you
who I
disappointed he
want
remember,
to
took a
take the shot.
shot. I'm disappointed he missed it, and
That's
I
who
think he could have
that's
got.
who I
I
want
think
to
he
take
could
the
have got.
shot.
I think he could have got
yeah.
a better shot, like just not the three. Like he could have taken that
Well,
in.
if you saw the play, it's because the guy fell down, innit? If that guy doesn't fall down, they run a normal offense. But because the guy fell down and he's so wide open, he has to take the free. So
No,
yeah,
you
you're
don't
right. He
have
should have
to.
scored.
No, you don't
You
have
don't
to.
have
Now
to.
that
You
wide
don't
Again,
have to.
open, that wide open, if LeBron passes or does something other than shoot, he's getting killed. And Sang would
no.
have
I'm
been
saying
on this
I'm not
podcast
even.
killing
I'm not
him.
calling for him to pass. I'm saying
But yeah, I'm
he
not
could have
calling for
taken
him to
that to the
pass
basket.
either. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, he could have run down the clock a little bit more
Yeah,
because
that
yeah,
had he done so,
that
Jamal Murray probably wouldn't have
yeah,
hit the game winner shot, like game winning shot.
that's all I'm
yeah.
saying. But again, when I
Yeah,
choose to disrespect
he should
about
have
LeBron,
dribbled it out and whatever. But either way, he would have been killed. So
But like him
again,
taking
like
it,
I don't know. I guess I don't. what are you asking really? Because like, yeah, I'm disappointed he like missed it because I don't know. Like, what do you want?
no, I just wanted to know your like opinion of the whole thing. Like, was it
Yeah, it was
something that
the whole.
His real question is this your goat?
Is LeBron my goat?
Is this your
Yeah,
goat?
yeah.
no. I'm not gonna go as far as that. He's like 38 years old, man. Come on, man.
That's true.
And obviously, I would want him to take that shot. It's a open shot three. You're gonna make it like 30% of the time, aren't you? But the problem for me is the what you was describing, where he could have taken it for almost a guaranteed 100%
yeah,
or 80%, where he goes in for the two, or he just sheds the clock a little bit more because at that point,
yeah. I think the clock is the main issue.
I don't even think that he needed to make that shot.
No.
I think it was a
Well, I
tied
think
game at
if
that
I'm not
point.
mistaken,
Yeah, it
I
was
think it
tied.
It's
was
not like
tied at
it's
that
not like
point.
they were down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
like
didn't need the
they were
free.
tied at that point, and even if they play for possession, like you need to come up with points off of all of those possessions. Is my mindset. So I'm not even like I don't buy the argument of like time there. Like the goal is to get points at that point. Because if you're dragging it out to overtime, you're playing
Yeah,
yourself because you're already playing in high altitude.
yeah,
You already lost the momentum because you lost a 20
yeah.
point lead. So
No, but
extending the game doesn't work for
for
you.
example, for example, yeah, you're not gonna. The point of running the clock is that if you're gonna shoot and leave that much time, it needs to go in. So the fact
Exactly.
that you run the clock down, you need to run it down to enough to where whatever shot you take, it still needs to be good. But then there's also not enough time for them to
And that can't be a
have
three.
get a shot off.
If you're gonna do all of that, you can't be a three. It needs to be something more high
Yeah,
percentage.
exactly. Yeah.
Literally
Yeah,
the
I'd
worst
agree with that.
outcome. The worst outcome came out of that. Whatever happened, which
Was
was
what happened? Yeah.
yeah, where
Mm.
he didn't shed the clock and he didn't go in. So it was
Wasn't it only
actually
like 5 seconds left though?
no, it
I
was
mean, I
like
know it's a
No,
lot,
there
but
was
4 seconds or
there was a
something
lot.
more.
There was quite a bit left, I think.
Yeah, there
oh,
was
okay,
time.
fair.
I think that
But
was like
there was still
a
like
minute or
four
something like
seconds on the
that.
shot clock or 5 seconds on the shot clock. Where
Mm.
Yeah.
in NBA terms, that's a lot of time.
Mm.
Also, people aren't going to be set up for the rebound when you shoot it like that. Like
Mm.
people are probably still getting ready to run into the play or are, like quite spaced out.
Mm.
So like if for example they'd run a play then he took a shot, maybe AD has better position, passes out to a shooter, and
Exactly.
LeBron's bacon
Yeah.
gets saved.
So
Mm.
yeah, I mean, I just felt like it was a really bad, considering how well he was doing in the fourth as well. Like that was his moment. And I know like 10 years ago that would have went in.
Yeah,
I
No
don't
offense
even
to him
think so.
now.
No, I feel like it's better
yeah.
freeze now.
He's better. He's a better
I think
three-point shooter now than he
he's
ever
shooting
Yes.
better
has.
now this year, isn't it?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
this is like his best season or
man's
something.
been close to 40% this year from three.
Yeah,
No, but you have
Mm.
to
He's
take in the
never been
context
that
that
close.
this is like 38 minutes into a game. He's tired. He's like 38 years old
yeah.
himself.
I'm just disappointed. I
Like
don't even give him
10
the
years
30
ago,
years
he's gonna have the legs
excuse.
for that.
I
Mm,
don't give him the 30 years excuse, and it's almost getting to the point where I'm starting to cringe when people say that because again, like what he's doing is amazing. We all know that, fine.
yeah.
But
Mm.
once
At
we're
the end of the day,
playing,
he's on the court, innit?
yeah, once we're
Like
playing, we're
if
playing. So
yeah,
if you're
there's
38,
no
get the fuck out
excuses
if you don't want
really.
to be here. Like,
Because you can't say you. It's like when players play like part like not fully fit, for example, and then you constantly use that as the crutch to keep like to
Yeah,
not
but
give
this is
them any
age though. This is
criticism.
different. This is different. You're not
No,
in your
but
it's
prime.
not.
again, if it's such a big factor, why are you playing?
Mm.
You're still good compared to the field.
You're
You're just
saying
not
you're
as good as
saying
what
it's
you used to be.
nah.
So then you can't
You're
then say,
saying
oh, but he's old when he does bad. Then if he's still
No,
got
no,
a positive
no.
influence,
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not killing him for it because he's
yeah,
older now, and I like the fact that he took the shot. It's just that he could have been better.
I don't even have a problem with the shot. I'm the problem
yeah,
I have is with like with just the I guess the play in the fourth generally from the whole team. Like they just go
Mm.
all the way down, and I hold him responsible for that as like the leader, if not or one of the
yeah,
leaders, if not the leader of the team.
But at that point, like he still could have won the game. It's not like before then they had lost the game. They
No,
could
no,
still
you're
have
not hearing
had
me.
won that game though.
I'm not talking about that one game in particular. I'm talking about the series because
yeah,
again, for all of these
Ah, okay.
series, they've been leading for a majority of the game, and then they fumble it.
Ah, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah.
My point is, if you're the leader of the team, how do you keep fumbling going down the stretch? And again, personally, you
mhm.
might be having a good game. I think the only bad game it's had is the game one where it had like a bunch of
Game one, I
turnovers.
think, yeah,
But outside of that, like again, you're playing first. So I'm not putting on you individually, but like what, like how,
I
like
think
you need
he
to
in that
manage.
scenario he could do more. Like
Yeah, like
he
just
has
like
to do
kick
more.
it, like kick it up. You can't allow yourself three in a row at that point, like
Yeah,
just
Mm.
the
because I'm
same
sorry, you
way.
can't be there letting D'Lo shoot like bare instead of you shooting or running the play or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and I know D'Lo will get scapegoated or whatever, but like
See,
you
no,
need
no,
to
no.
be able to.
That's where people start triggering me when they start saying things like scapegoated because it's not a scapegoat if you're playing like shit. You're playing like
Yeah,
shit. You're
now
playing
to be
like
fair,
shit,
yeah, he's
and
playing like
Nah, in the
shit,
basically
first
but
game he played really
until
well. No.
until game
hey,
four,
he's
until
trying.
game four where he played well.
Yeah, he's
Try.
trying. He's
There's
trying.
Huh?
effort. He's trying.
No, no.
Yeah.
Again, no. So when you say like effort, like I hear all of that. My point
Mm,
is, if someone's bad at something, you need
Mm.
to
mm.
figure out how to use him in ways. Quite look at it. I've not brought up anything about his effort because I
Mm.
don't think that's what it
Yeah,
is.
that's fair.
Again, it's up here where it's like, hey, the
Mm.
defense, his lack of defense, and the fact that people take advantage of him defensively
Yeah,
affects the way he plays on offense.
yeah,
Like where you have good D'Lo is when he's making a bunch of shots, and again, like that's when he's a bit more engaged defensively. But even then, even though he might be a
mm.
liability defensively, you like because it's feeling good, he knows he can get it back on the other end.
You get the effort in it.
Starts
Yeah,
losing shots on that end, then you know we need to get this guy out the game. But the thing is, they
yeah,
won't do that because they're afraid of how it'll affect him mentally, and they put him in there when he's a detriment to the team defensively. This is why
yeah.
I can't stand these sensitive players. Like if you're not good, get the fuck out, and I'll bring you in when I need you, and I need you to be professional enough to stay in the game still.
Yeah.
And that's
I
my
think
biggest problem with the Lakers. They
the
they
Lakers
they,
bench
they
is
don't know
horrible.
how to just manage themselves.
Yeah, the Lakers bench is horrible as well. Like I know people made a big deal about the players that they brought in and whatnot, and
I
Westbrook
like
got scapegoated.
Vincent. Yeah.
Westbrook was
But
not
that
again with the
that bench
scapegoat
was
word. He wasn't
horrible,
scapegoated. The man was trash, bro.
horrible, horrible.
The
Hey,
man was
listen, man,
trash. I'm sorry. Like
he's
he's
been playing
trash.
well
Yeah, he's a good guy. He has
for
effort, but he's
Clippers
still
this year.
trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fairs, yeah, you have your opinion. Um, what do we think of Mavs Clippers, the Mavs Clippers series? I don't know if you guys have been
Um,
keeping up with it.
Bro, I am here for Luca.
Hmm,
I don't know what it is this year. I like Luca this year. And I've always
yeah.
liked him just as a player generally. But this year, I'm telling you, like, dude's like he's him.
mm,
You know what? He doesn't whine as much. That was if you remember, that was my one thing about him. He
Yeah.
complains and loves to complain, but he doesn't do it as much now. Maybe it's because Kyrie is helping him a lot. But
mm.
yeah, he seems to be more into the game, and he's defending. He's actually defending like quite well, like a lot of the time. He's not just getting spammed in pick and rolls all the time.
I like
Mm.
the team they put around the maps. Like the guys they brought
Mm,
in, those guys are big, man.
yeah,
They're huge.
like Gafford
There's
is
this
good.
guy, yeah, that's him.
Gafford,
That guy
yeah,
is a beast. I just
he's good,
watched
man.
I think
Yeah,
the first game I like really watched was the last one they played,
the
and
last
that
one,
man
yeah,
was everywhere. Like he
yeah,
was sunning these guys for the Clippers. Like they're big. I don't see how they lose the series, if I'm being honest.
yeah.
Like game
I
one
can't lie.
shocked me. But
I have to apologize to the Mavs because if you remember, I did not rate them at all coming into the season.
Mm.
well,
Um,
yeah, no,
I
that's warranted though. Off the team
yeah,
they had.
I felt it was warranted. But
Yeah, no, yeah.
what I did say was that obviously the problem was that they gutted the team to get Kyrie. They can surround him with good enough pieces, then it will
Mm.
start to work, and it did. I didn't think Gafford. I obviously didn't. Gafford wasn't there at the time that I said that.
Yeah.
But Kyrie, man,
I
hey,
think that's the person who needs to get
mm,
a lot of props
he needs
because
a lot
like
of credit.
he has been on
Mm,
it. Like he's not doing his usual
yeah,
antics, which is a breath of fresh air because I
yeah.
was I was getting tired of him.
It's
Like,
good, man. Just play the game. Like
yeah.
that's
Mm.
all we need. Oh, we don't need
Like,
any of that extra shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Clippers, because Clippers are like kind of like the Suns, like the Lakers, like a lot of the older players coming
Yeah.
towards the sort of end of their career, whatever. Kawhi is still the same Kawhi. He's his most I think played games he's had in years, but
yeah,
in
played
the
60
playoffs when they
games.
need him, he's been injured. I know he's obviously come back now, but that might have actually sent him a bit out of whack.
Mm.
Because
Bro,
they did so well in that first game.
the thing I don't like about the Clippers, you already know what's coming.
Oh,
Fucking James Harden.
James Harden, yeah.
And the thing is, because like
Playoff
again,
Harden.
you hear it, game one, they play
Mm.
well, he scores, like people forget that
People
this
start
is the
going
same guy
crazy.
who will choke when the series gets tight. Like that's the
Mm.
thing
Yeah,
I don't understand. It's like I don't understand how people have that much amnesia. Whereas like every time James Harden's in the playoffs, he's gonna have
yeah.
like maybe a good series or a good couple of games, and everyone's gonna be like,
They'll
he's
forget.
that good, like James Harden. And then when he fucks up, everyone's like, oh, he's choking. But then he comes right back the next year and does the same shit, and everyone's doing this. I'm like, I'm tired of this
Mm.
dance.
To be fair,
Mm.
he's played pretty well so far.
See,
Like
see what
he's
you're
obviously
doing
good in
there.
the
See
first
what you're
game.
doing there. That's the problem.
Yeah. No, but I was gonna say, but defensively, he's still the exact same. He gets cooked and he gets targeted every possession. So
Mm.
again, people forget that when they speak about Harden, people only see the offensive side. Like
Yeah.
defensively, he's a big problem.
Even on
Big
the
problem.
offensive side, I hate him, so I'm not even gonna go to in on it. But like
Yeah, this is agenda,
every
I
time I
know.
see his face, or when he
Yeah.
has the ball, when he starts doing that stupid behind the like in between the legs dribble, I'm like, I almost want to throw up. I swear to God,
Hey, if it works, it
I
works,
can't.
man.
I've not come across a player that I hate to see handle the ball in my
Yeah.
life. Everything he does on the court pisses me off.
Mm.
He's the ugliest basketball
Oh,
player I've
Chris,
seen.
oh
I'm not
my
talking about like
gosh.
Oh,
physical
okay. I
ugly.
was gonna
Nah,
I'm
say,
not talking about
this
physical
is
whoa.
ugly.
mad
Like his
agenda.
game is so
Yeah.
ugly. His game is so ugly. Like I don't understand. And people are like, oh, he's cooking. I'm like, fuck out of here.
Mm.
We should move on because I'm actually. The thing is, like,
Yeah.
he genuinely like every time if he even enters my brain, I get pissed off.
What are you talking
Mm.
about? The Clippers, yeah?
Yeah, we're talking about Clippers Mavs. Do you have it? What are your
That
thoughts saying on it?
Quickly, Doncic, like I said before the season started, he's him and the
Yeah,
Mavs are a
you
dark
said MVP,
horse.
innit?
I
He
said
might get it this year as
MVP.
well.
And the only thing that's stopping him from getting MVP is his team doing well. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but like, if his team does well, like in the next 1 to 2 seasons, he's definitely getting MVP. He just
Yeah.
needs to get that. I know him and Kyrie they look great on paper. They're good in terms of skills, but to be a good winning team like the Nuggets, like the Celtics, like you guys even, you just have to be like gelled in and like play defense and do everything on both ends. So until they get to that, he's not going to win MVP, but he's an MVP caliber player.
I disagree. I think he might win it this year, and if he doesn't win it this year, he has a leg up going into next year.
Nah.
He's a favorite to win it.
Nah, he's
I
not
think
winning this year.
Jokic
He's not
wins.
winning this
Jokic will win this year, and then Luka next year. I think.
No, like that's the likely option, but I think there's an
Yeah.
under thingy for Luke. I think I don't know. I have a sneaky feeling Luca might get it, but again, if he doesn't win it this year, going into next year, people will be reluctant to give it to Jokic the fourth time.
Yeah, yeah, they
He's
don't
going
give it
into
to
next
Jokic
year
again.
as the favorite to win,
Yeah.
to win it more than before. Like
I think this year it'll be Jokic, then Shea, then Luka. 1, 2,
Shay's
3.
not getting it
Mm.
before Luca. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think he will.
No, he might do. There's a
Not
lot more
getting it
narrative
before.
around it.
He's not
Yeah,
getting it
yeah.
before Luca.
I don't know the
Yeah.
flopping of fouls,
I
and we'll
promise
get to
you
him
not.
soon.
Wait, who's flopping?
That's what the streets are
This is
saying. That's what the streets
this
are
is
saying.
nasty, man. This is nasty. All right,
We'll, we'll,
we'll
get
get
onto
there.
it.
We'll get there.
We'll get onto
We'll
it.
get
But in
there.
terms of the
We'll
Mavs,
get
in terms
there.
of the Mavs, I do
Yeah.
like. It seems like they're playing defense better than like ever. It seems like they're so. But like I said, once they gel as a team and they start winning, like most of the games will becoming the first seed, then obviously that's when Luka wins MVP. But him himself, this is like his third or fourth playoffs, and he's still averaging probably one of the highest points per game out of everyone
Yeah.
in history, I think,
Yeah.
in the playoffs. Secondly, the Clippers, I don't know what the hell is going on with like Kawhi Leonard. Like this guy, I really rated him. I thought he was the one to take over LeBron like a few years ago. I know I got cooked for that during the bubble season, but like this guy is. I'm looking at him and I'm looking at Paul George. They're on the bench. The heads are down. He's got 9 points next to his name. Like, what the hell's going on? This is Kawhi Leonard, and
Remember the bubble playoffs. That's funny.
it's just crazy.
It's-
Like, and like I said at the beginning of this pod, I just feel like our stars are getting older and old in front of our eyes, and it pains me to see it
Yeah.
because these are like my heroes in some ways. Most of them, even LeBron. But it's
Over
just
there.
it hurts to see that one didn't.
He's a liar.
Hey, I still respect the man. Come on. It's sad to see at that this before they won recently, them down 3-0 to the Nuggets, KD down 3-0. Steph is not even in the playoffs. Kawhi Leonard's on the bench, like got 9
Going
points.
outside.
It pains me. Yeah, it
Mm.
pains me to see it. Like I don't want to see my stars getting old, but Father Time's undefeated, and it's time for the new kids on the block, like Anthony Edwards, John Morant when he's like sorted out his shit, Luka Doncic, Devin Booker. I don't rate that guy. I'm sorry, but I don't rate him. I've never rated him. I've known he was weak. I knew he was weak the moment he said, "Oh, we don't double in open gym or whatever it was." I knew he was weak since then. Like this is not the guy. He is not the guy. I'm sorry.
Been saying this for time.
Anyway, yeah, no. In terms of that series, anyway,
You
the Mavs
forgot
should win.
SGA as well, so I'll just put that one in there for you.
Nah,
Oh,
thank you.
SGA, yeah. I mean,
I think that was intentional.
we might as well move on to you guys then, because
Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go. God, sang, speak your truth.
Syria flopper is
Yeah.
what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Oof.
But honestly, I have a soft spot for him because he's not even American. He's actually a foreign player. He's Canadian, ain't he?
Canadian,
So he's
yeah.
like big up to all the foreigners, like Canadians, Europeans, like showing out in the NBA.
Yeah, man.
He's young. We knew he had potential. So the way I see him, he's kind of like Bukayo Saka in some ways. I see.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
and
comparison.
he's the first seed, and he's the first seed for
Mm.
led his team to the first seed. So
Keep going. Keep going.
I mean, can I knock the guy for doing that? Absolutely not. But what I personally don't like, and this is the same for football and all sports, in all contact sports. If you're flopping around, I don't want to see it. It cringes me every time I do see it. I want it out of the game. If anything, I want every single flopper to get a technical foul. As much as I hate technical fouls and like the weight of a technical foul, because you get one free basket and you get possession, don't you? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like these guys, all of them, yellow card them, technical foul them because I don't want to see it. And I've seen compilations of him doing this, woo, every time he gets hit. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, no, like basketball and any sport is competitive, but you don't have to be doing that just to win. And if you need to be doing that, then you'll get it's gonna show in the playoffs when you don't get those calls. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the flopping.
Yeah. So I feel like I need to respond to that. How many players in the NBA don't do that?
That's a good point.
And that's
a
the
very
end
good
of it,
point.
really. Because again, I don't particularly like it myself, and he does do it here and there, like not really as often as people make out. But obviously, once you do it, and there's a narrative, any time it happens, people are gonna bring it up and then bring up all the past occurrences, whatever. I don't think he's flopped so far in the playoffs so far. For what it's worth, 3 games in. In the playoffs, it's a tougher whistle, so a lot of the fouls that happened to him are pretty much legit. I think that there might have only been 1 or 2 questionable ones, if that. But for me personally, as an OKC fan, I'm just happy to be here, man. Like, zero expectations. I know we're the one seed. I know we're the 1 seed, but like Shannon Sharp said, we're the worst 1 seed ever, or whatever rubbish he said.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he said we're the worst 1 seed that's ever been. We're the third. I think the
When
third
he said that,
team
by the
in
way, I was
NBA.
like, that's not true, because the Atlanta Hawks
Thank
were
you.
that one time. They
Keep
have
going.
to be the worst 1 seed ever.
There have been a lot of bad
But
1
Them
seeds,
and the Toronto team.
Toronto
One
Raptors,
of those
yeah.
times, yeah.
To be fair,
yeah,
they had LeBron in that like side of the conference. If
but they
LeBron
were
didn't
weak.
play,
You can say the same thing about the Hawks as well, because again, the Hawks that year won like 60 plus games as well.
yeah.
they were weak compared to LeBron. That's what it was.
If he had just said they're the least experienced 1 seed ever, fair. That's facts. Like, he could have just said that and left it, but he had to say the worst. So yeah. The way the series has gone so far, we're 3-0 up. They
I
don't have
mean, you guys
Zion,
have to
so
be if you have no expectations to win. So
what do you
but
mean?
at least the Celtics, the Celtics believe that you can win. You're
Yeah.
saying that you're just enjoying the ride, no
No, I said
expectations.
I'm enjoying the ride. The players, they probably think they can go far, which, like, fair play to
They're
them,
playing
innit?
against the
Like,
Pelicans. They're supposed
let's
to
see how
be
it's go.
through without
But again,
Zion
yeah,
as
no, that's
well.
what I said.
Yeah.
They haven't got Zion, so yeah, it's been not much of a nothing series.
If you bring that flopping energy to the Timberwolves, you're not
Yeah,
sorry, you're not going to win that way. Like
yeah,
they're too defensively minded, and you don't get those calls in the playoffs. I'm sorry. So
yeah.
if that's what you need to do, then you're gonna get shown up
But like I
very
said, he's not
quickly.
done it in the playoffs, so he's not done it in the playoffs so far. So it looks like he doesn't
Yeah.
need it. But
They might
yeah,
start doing
so
it when they start playing defense.
Yeah.
the thing is that the Pelicans are actually quite good defensively. They've got Herb Jones, who's like probably one of the better defenders in the league. A lot of the analytics
Who?
guys love him. Herb Jones.
Herbert Jones.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, man. If you're tapped into the NBA, you should know Herb Jones.
No,
you probably haven't seen.
I'm checking. Okay, yeah. Got it.
Oh, you're googling it. Oh,
Mad.
I'm
that
checking
means
team.
he's coming up with receipts. I think
No,
they're
I'm
like the
checking
sixth
team
best.
defense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think they're
just
like the
checking
sixth best
team
defensive team
defense. Yeah,
in the regular
in the
season.
regular
Obviously, the
season,
playoffs might be a bit different.
they're the eighth. They're the eighth,
Oh,
or
eighth.
like
Okay.
tied
Well,
with
still,
like.
that's not bad. But anyway, Herb Jones is a good defender, and he's actually given Shea quite a lot of trouble so far in the playoffs, like in terms of his scoring averages. So I don't think he's hit 30, or he might have hit 30 once. I don't know if you guys have been seeing, but Lou Dort has been keeping Brandon Ingram in jail. I don't know what's happened to Brandon Ingram, but he's just not been him. Like, he's not been
That
good
guy
at
has
all.
just been terrible, even in the regular season. Especially
Yeah.
when there are a couple of players that I kind of, whenever I'm like placing my little bets here and there, they've burned me so many times.
Yeah.
And like I keep taking the bar solo. Him, Pascal Siakam.
Yeah,
I
Siakam, yeah.
curse that man's name because he has lost so much money.
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam is a fucking trash individual. Like when I don't
Yeah.
bet, he's getting 20 plus regularly.
Yeah.
It sounds like a biased opinion.
No, he put 20 plus, but I put 15 plus, and this man doesn't even break that.
Yeah.
Every time I put money on this man, it's a guaranteed fail. And thing is, I say to myself, you know what, I'm not gonna do it. But then the line is so juicy and the points are so low. I'm like, you know what? If he can't get this, it's really trash, and he proves me
Yeah.
like trash every time. Like I am done with Pascal
Yeah.
and Brandon Ingram as well. Like he just doesn't. I don't know
Yeah.
what. Like he's
People were
got
comparing
everything he
Ingram
needs
to
to feel
KD,
successful.
if you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a point where
KD.
people were comparing Ingram to KD, like the actual
Yeah,
win of
that's
games
what
and
I'm
whatever.
saying. Ingram
You
was
remember,
supposed to be
innit?
that guy.
Yeah.
Like I
So
personally, I would have, if you asked me, like I would have taken Ingram over Zion easily. That's not even a
yeah.
no-brainer in my head
Oh,
because
okay.
like
Mm.
he was the guy. Even when the Lakers got rid of him, when they were getting rid of like Lonzo and all
Like
them lot,
Kuzma
going
and
back
all that.
last,
Oh
I
no,
was
they
like,
kept
they should have
Kuzma.
kept Ingram
Mm.
Yeah.
because like he had that. Like I don't understand what's happened to him. Like he is just gone
Yeah.
somewhere.
Does he
Mm.
have an ugly jump shot?
No, I mean
No.
bro, his game is so like
Yeah.
nice.
When he's on it,
Mm.
he's really good.
Like his
He
game is
I'm
just
so
thinking of
nice, and
someone
he's
else
got
then.
hasn't been
like that.
great.
He's got that like he's
Mm.
got the perfect physique like for both the offensive side
Mm.
because his jump shot's pure. Like and he doesn't have like he's lanky as well. So like he's got the moves, he's got
Yeah.
handles, he's got all like he's got everything.
He's really
And
good in the mid range as well.
yeah, and man can't even
Mm.
break like 15 regularly. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Doesn't the Pelicans have Alvarado?
Yeah,
Or
Yeah,
is
he's
it?
not been good. He's not been good. And CJ McCollum hasn't been good either.
that guy should retire, bro.
Valanciunas played well in game one, and then he's not really been good since. Chet's been playing really well, to be fair, and he's got quite a few. I sort of stat yesterday. Chet has more blocks through 3 games than the whole Pelicans team because Chet has
Oh
11, and I
gosh.
think Pelicans have 10. So yeah, inside we're just killing them. But yeah, Mavs or what is it? Mavs or Clippers? I guess it'll probably be Mavs who would get through. So it'll be interesting to see how that series goes.
I'm taking Mavs.
Yeah,
Well, Mavs OKC.
it's gonna be
I'm
tough. It's
taking
gonna be tough.
Mavs. Like they're too big, too strong, man. Like
Wait, do they have a rim protector?
That's the problem.
Who's their
Chet
rim?
is so weak, man. Like I know he's obviously good at like blocking and stuff, but it's the rebounds that kill us. Like
bro.
every like
Have
the
you seen
first
the
game,
size of
Valanciunas had.
Gafford? That Gafford guy is a beast, bro.
He's a
I
big
saw
boy.
that guy. I think that was like the last game I watched was the first time I properly like
Even
watched the
Lively is quite
Mavs.
big.
Like he is huge, and they're
Yeah,
athletic as well. Like they running and jumping everywhere.
yeah.
Like I don't see how you guys can stand with them. I'm sorry. Like the
And then
size is
even if we did, someone has to stop Luca, and then Kyrie. Like who's gonna stop Kyrie? Like
exactly.
yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be long. It's gonna be
That's gonna
long.
be an ugly series.
I don't know. Apparently, you
Yeah,
guys are third best defensive team in the league.
bro. Third best. I think we're the fourth best offensive team in the regular season as well. So we played way above my expectations. If you remember, I think I said sixth or seventh, and we were the first seed. So like I said, I'm just
Mm,
enjoying the ride in it. I did not expect any of this.
Mm.
But yeah, we played really
yeah,
well in the regular season.
the jump is crazy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's quite mad, especially considering all of their ages. Like Jalen Williams as well. I've not even spoken about him. Jalen Williams. Oh, what a player! What a player! I think he averaged like 19 in the regular season, and he's been playing well so far.
Whatever happened to
We've
that
got
guy who was accused of being like with an
Oh,
underage
Giddy.
girl?
Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
playing.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
still
he's still
there.
playing.
That's
Yeah, he's still
crazy.
there. So I think the case got dropped for like I don't think it was lack of evidence. It was like I think
The
on the
evidence was
girl
clear,
side,
no?
I
mm.
think that on the girl side they didn't push forward with it or something. I can't remember. It was months ago now.
But I mean, like the law should take its their hand. Like it shouldn't be up to her whether or
Yeah,
not she press charges to be like, oh no, she's clearly underage. But
yeah. Again, I can't remember what it was in it, but yeah, somehow
yeah,
he's still on the team, and he's not really been good for us either. Um,
yeah,
So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with him. But the team seems to like him because he starts every game and he plays like 25 minutes a game. So
okay,
yeah,
fair.
who knows,
The
man.
thing, Timberwolves. The thing I don't like about them, hard pivot. Apologies.
No, it's
Um,
cool.
um, they're actually making it like hard for me to hate Cat because I don't like
Oh,
that guy.
Forgot about him. I forgot
I
about
do
literally.
him.
not like
Oh,
that guy, and he's the only reason I don't root for the
because
Wolves.
if you remember, you used to say he's weak in it, like
He is
one of
weak.
those
He's
weak
still
players
weak.
that you hate.
He's a pussy through and through. But
But
like
that's what everyone's been
being next
saying.
to someone like Edwards
That's it. Edwards
gives
is,
you so much cred.
yeah.
And I low-key want him to get exposed, but like realistically, if they're operating as a team, it makes sense. So I can't even say
Yeah.
that and be like, oh, they should turn on him or whatnot. It's just a personal thing where it's like, it's the one thing I don't like about the Wolves being good. It's like I have to now listen to people praise Cat. Like for me, that's just, ugh.
Has he been getting
Yeah.
much praise though?
Hmm?
Because
Yeah,
I
of
thought it
course.
was
People are
Jaden
talking about
McDaniels
he's like
and
the
Anthony Edwards who were getting the praise.
no. He's
Yeah.
been getting praise.
It's mostly Ant, but yeah, Cat gets some here and there. But Cat was injured like towards the end of the season, so he's
Yeah,
only just kind of like getting back up to speed. So he's not even really been great himself.
yeah, he's been getting
But
praise.
he hasn't needed to be
And
really.
whenever he does that stupid meme mugging with like his soft ass, like
Oh,
it's like who the fuck do you think you
with
are?
his
You're
high
not that
pitched
hard,
voice, isn't it?
bro. Like
Yeah.
you're
When
not
when he
that
speaks
hard.
with a deep voice, you can tell he's putting it on as well.
Yeah, like he's like he talks so weird and he says the most weird shit. Like I can't remember. Jeff Teague was talking about it and like he was making the voice. You should listen to him talk. Like,
Jeff
bro,
Teague is funny as hell,
got the
man.
wackest like voice.
Yeah. Did you
I
hear
can't even
Jeff
say
Teague's
that to be
version
fair
of
because like my voice is pretty trash. But yeah,
Oh,
Did you
Jeff
hear
Teague.
Jeff Teague talking about the story about when Jimmy Butler took the first string to beat
oh
the
yeah,
starters in training?
that's a classic.
That's
Oh
so
yeah.
funny, man. Oh, it's so good.
That's a classic.
Do you know
Yeah, but
someone made a comment also saying that sorry, this is not kind of related, but kind of um that because you mentioned Jeff Teague, that LeBron and all of the stars that we look up to, they've been playing with podcasters, and
Oh gosh.
these
Oh,
these are
someone
Jordan
someone
fans.
said
'90s
These are Jordan
someone
Argentinians.
fans.
said no, someone said after no, these are the newer fans now
Mm,
saying we're done with the 2010s
Yeah.
mm,
because of the whole podcasting, like Jeff Teague
yeah,
and JJ Redick and all
Draymond.
them.
Yeah.
Draymond, yeah.
Fucking hell.
yeah. But it's funny because
Oh man.
you know how I do that thing like with my friends, like the sweepstakes thing, which we do for playoffs. My team this year on the west side is Timberwolves. So which is obviously you guys know how much I usually hate the Timberwolves, but I've actually quite enjoyed having to support them because one, they're beating on the Suns and KD, but two,
Mm.
they're actually just a good team, and I don't have to be unobjective about it or have my agendas or whatever. I can just actually accept it.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
Mm.
I'm a honorary wolf at the moment. Like I need
Yeah.
to I need to hope that they
Same,
win.
same. I have no dog in this fight, but watching them play, it's like how basketball should be played.
Yeah,
Hard, as Precious was saying,
yeah.
and if you're making Rudy Gobert run like that, that's crazy. Like
But
for
also
me,
like teams that are good or players that play well, and then they've got that attitude as well. Like
Mm.
I feel
that's
like
it.
we do tend to sometimes lose that a bit now with players. Like players like kind of
Mm.
tend to not be as like brash or abrasive or whatever the word is. And it's nice to see. Like, do you see what Ant Edwards was doing where he was doing that the socket thing
Oh,
to
the
the
Generation X.
fans?
Yeah, I was
Like,
watching that.
yeah, DX.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
This is
you're
what we
already
need. This
beating the
is what we need.
team. Like, that's enough. Like, salt in the wounds type thing. But I like that, because we need those type of like rivalries or like hotheads. I
That's
know,
it.
obviously, I say that and
Mhm.
I hate Pat Bev, but
Shit
Pat Bev
housery.
is
Yeah,
just he's just annoying in it. Like, yeah, shit housery when it's
yeah,
needed in it. Like,
Mm.
yeah. That's
yeah.
it.
So I
I
think there's a
mean,
few that there might be what. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say they have the potential to be this generation's like Detroit Pistons, where
Yeah, probably.
where OKC is like the Chicago Bulls, the team that
Oh,
looks
don't
nice
say
and
that.
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, don't say
Nah.
that.
But then
Hey,
there's
listen,
there's this
man.
team in there's a team in Minnesota. If they play against each other, like
Yeah,
I feel like they just have more grit about them. So any day of
yeah,
the week,
probably.
even though that you guys finished ahead of them in the regular season, I just feel like they have
Yeah,
it more and they want it more,
yeah.
and they're just gonna like get over you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think we'll get far enough to play them, but it would be a good series.
I don't
Sorry,
think like
Anthony.
there are any powerhouse teams like there have been in the past like decade or so. Like the Denver Nuggets are good, but like they're not like so good that it's inconceivable that anyone from the East would just beat them or anything like that. And like
Hmm.
you could see them being nah.
There is no team coming out the East that has a chance with the Denver Nuggets.
I mean the Celtics are quite big.
They don't stand it. Bro, I'm telling you,
Hmm.
if that series is even close, I'll be surprised.
Mm.
Kristaps Porzingis is not the guy to put in front of Jokic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He
He
is
steps.
not the guy. And outside of
Pingus,
him,
pingus.
Jason Tatum has shown you he will crumble. Jaylen
Yeah,
Brown
yeah.
has showed you he has
Oh
shown
man.
you he will
Mm.
crumble. Who the
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
else do you have in there?
What I was hearing last year was like the Lakers lost to the best team in the world. So
I mean, it
they
is.
got swept by them. Sorry.
I mean, it is guess. Yeah.
They did.
That's what I was hearing. Yeah. So
Mm.
I
There is
mean,
no team. I'm
I
telling you,
can
there is
see
no
why
team in the
Precious would
East that has a
defend
chance.
that idea. I mean,
Mm.
according to
Like I said,
that
man.
logic, also they should win it. They should win it all. Really, no one can
Who,
stop them.
Nuggets?
Stop them in the West. Yeah, I personally think they're going to win.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, I
just too
think they'll
good,
win as
man.
well.
Yeah. Probably,
Yeah.
but like I said, I think T-Wolves have something for them. I think
T-Wolves,
T-Wolves
yeah.
have something for them.
Yeah, nah.
I mean,
We'll see.
I'd like to think that, but they really don't.
Yeah.
Because again, Jokic is just too. And the thing is, whatever the Wolves have in grit, Nuggets have that as well. Because Aaron Gordon is no joke. Like that man is a serious
Yeah.
man.
oh,
Mm.
Aaron
he's
Gordon
so
is
much better
serious.
with them.
He's good,
KCP is
man.
very good as well.
KCP outside of whenever his teammates LeBron, like he just makes shots.
I
Yeah,
think he
he's
dunked it
shots.
over D'Lo as
And
well
then
in
Jamal
game 3.
Murray he's got a screw loose in the playoffs when it comes to like money time, because like that man will play and get you 2 points first 3 quarters, and then you see him like worm in the fourth quarter. He usually starts with like a mid-range jumper. It's like he'll
Yeah.
set a screen, slip the screen, and then get into the mid-range and then knock it down and start doing that little jog back. Once he's on that time, sorry, everything he puts up is going in. I don't, again, when it's like if the Denver Nuggets are keeping it close with you up until like the fourth, and Jamal starts making shots, it's over.
Yeah, because the
literally is
Lakers
over.
have been
Yeah.
up for like 140 minutes or something like that the whole series.
Yeah,
But
Like,
they've
it's-
lost. They're
bro.
down
Once they
3-1.
get to that fourth quarter, there is a different. It's a like Jamal. Yeah, I think I'm more. Jokic is the best player, of course, like
Oh, yeah.
far and away. But Jamal scares me more because
Will
like
be
he is
better
so
than
he
quite
can
a
go
few
so
players
nuclear.
that he comes up against.
Hmm?
Like Jamal Murray would be better than a lot of the players he comes up against. Like if say
Yeah.
Jokic wasn't on the team, like Murray
Like,
is really, really good.
he
And
gets
also you
so
have to
nuclear,
go
man.
for the team that is proven to have done it a lot of the time in these kind of series. Like the Celtics have shown us time and time again they can't do it. Timberwolves haven't been there. Mavs lost in the conference finals. Like who's gonna beat them realistically?
The only people like I think will give them a good sort of, and I say a good match is that's probably like 6 games, is the maps, funny enough, because I think Luca can
Mavs?
give Luca can give you
Nah, it's too small, no?
close to what Jokic does, and Kyrie is more than good enough to hang with Jamal.
Murray,
And
yeah.
again, I will still take Jamal Murray because I think he's way too explosive.
Yeah.
Because Kyrie can be a bit hot and cold with his shot making. But I would take Jamal Murray. But again, Kyrie is no slouch in that department. And then you have a real talk. You have a real conversations about the other pieces. So people like Gafford
Yeah.
and his size compared to Aaron Gordon, like they match up pretty well. And you still have other people like Derek Lively as well, who's really good with assists as well, especially inside. And he can
Yeah.
shoot from outside as well. So like I think the Mavs, again, I'm not going to pick them in a series against the Nuggets, but I'm just saying, like, if anyone can actually give them a physical, like, we're going at it, like you can't clearly kind of like say with full confidence, I think it's the Mavs. Everyone else is either they're too inexperienced or they're just like they don't match up very well.
Yeah.
With Luka and the Mavs, they do, because Luka's been in the playoffs. He's been in some battles. He knows what it's like to sort of get there. And then now he's playing defense. The team's like really rallied around them. They've got no
Mhm.
drama. It's literally just bull. And they're a really good defensive team. So it's not like, oh, like in previous years, the Mavs would just like try to outscore you and that's that. Now they're locking people down. So
Mhm.
I think in my
Yeah.
mind, that's the closest match. That's what I want to see. I don't know how the brackets set that up, but that would be like
Yeah.
I think it has to be the finals, no?
That would
Yeah.
be the conference final,
Western
yeah.
Conference
exactly.
Finals, yeah.
So like because
Yeah.
every other team I think will be easy for the Nuggets, if I'm being honest.
Mavs to win it all.
Wait, who do
I
they
like
play
that.
next?
I like that.
Who do the Nuggets play next round? If they
It
assume
would
they
be
go through.
Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair. That could
Yeah.
be
That's
scrappy.
gonna go to
Doesn't mean I
7
think-
games.
I think that'll
that's
be
gonna go to
7, yeah.
games.
I think
Well,
that.
I feel like
I
it's
think
6. I don't think
I
it's
don't think
100%.
so.
I think
100%.
Nuggets
I
beat
think
Mavs
that
in
goes
like
6 max.
5 or 6.
Bro, Anthony Edwards, honestly, he's such a baller.
Again, he's
He is.
good,
He's
but
cold.
let's-
He's
Yeah.
cold.
Nah, he is, but let's not forget, like Anthony
Like,
Edwards,
he's
like,
unguardable. He's practically unguardable.
No, he's not, because the
But
same
watch
man
it, watch him, bro. Like,
not in
watch him.
this series, I think it was
Maybe it's the Suns
game.
making him look like that, but he
No,
he
no,
looks unguardable.
Oh yeah, I
yeah, I
feel
think
like it is
game
the Suns.
two,
Yeah.
even against the Suns, like game two, I think he only scored like 15 or some bullshit like that. Like again, like they can do what they
But
do
look what he's doing
defensively, but
outside of that,
again,
though.
hmm?
Look at him hustling around. Like,
I hear that, but it's
he's
different when
assisting as
you're
well.
it's different when you're hustling against Phoenix and when you're hustling against the Nuggets. The Nuggets move the ball
Nah,
like
yeah, that's true.
nothing, and they make shots. That's the thing people aren't understanding. They
Mm,
make difficult shots, so it's
Yeah.
not enough to
yeah.
like contest and
Those
do all of that. They'll
those
still put
threes
it
that
in.
Jokic makes, where it's like from like
Yeah, and the
with
thing
like
you're not
0.2 left on the
the
clock.
factor you're not keeping in mind is the fact that how demoralizing those things can be, especially with an inexperienced team. Like when Jokic makes those ridiculous shots, or Murray goes on like his burst,
Mm,
that can take a hit on your mental as far as like we're doing all we can. These people are
mm.
making the shots anyway. What's the point? Like that has a
Brunson has
real thing,
38.
especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh,
That's
he's
fuck.
cooking.
Who?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Brunson.
just scored an
Uh,
and one
Brunson.
to end the third. So we're
Yeah.
1 point ahead of them right now.
The
Oh, yeah.
Clippers
Tied the
Mavs game
game
is
and
next.
then
Actually, it's on
and
at
one.
8:30.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it's crazy how early it is today.
Yeah.
I like these times.
Mm.
Yeah, it's only on the weekend, isn't it? Which is annoying, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah, Sundays.
Yeah.
Have we
Yeah.
covered everyone? Who haven't we covered?
We didn't cover
Uh,
Bucks Pacers, but I don't know if you
Oh,
saw,
Wait,
but
okay. They're
are
Giannis
Bucks are
is
Pacers
losing
down
this.
injured,
2-1?
isn't it?
They're 2-1 down, aren't they?
Pacers
Was
are
it
No,
1-1?
Pacers
2-1,
are up
but
2-1,
Yeah, yeah,
and did you see it?
yeah,
Lillard and Giannis are out
yeah.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
out for this
for
game.
game 4. So this is
Yeah, it's gonna be 3-1.
Middleton's legacy game.
Chris
He already
Mid,
had a
Chris
legacy game.
Middleton. Yeah.
He had 40 points when it was like a couple of days ago, and then they lost in
yeah,
overtime.
The game. I really
Yeah.
like Halliburton. I think he's a very good player.
Yeah, he is.
yeah, he's good. Yeah,
On paper, it should be 3-1 to the Pacers after today or tomorrow, whenever they play.
yeah,
I
you'd
think
like to
they
think
take
so.
game 4.
Yeah, it should be.
We can't hear you, Precious.
Yeah. It's a shame because I picked the
Can you
Bucks
hear
to
me now?
win the East. I picked the Bucks to win the East, but from the way it's looking, it's going to be either
They're not. Yeah, they're not
Celtics,
doing anything.
maybe.
Doc Rivers is really like a poison to any franchise.
So
Yeah,
why are you
Thanasis
smiling
has
with Darren?
Hey
Thanasis has to
man,
come out big
what
now.
did I say in it? Not the Bucks. That was the one thing I said at the start of the year. Not the Bucks.
Yeah, Doc Rivers is he is just the worst.
Oh,
Oh, I love
yeah.
him. I love him. The
They
greatest
became
coach of all
worse
time.
after they fired the other guy. Who did they fire? Was it Mike Malone?
Nah, it was
Nah, it's
some
No,
rookie coach,
Andrew
something Irving.
something Griffin, Andre Griffin
Yeah,
or something.
Griffin. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Because he didn't like
Oh.
Thanasis.
that's what the streets
I
are
don't even
saying.
know. It's some bullshit. Like, is it just me or is Giannis becoming a diva?
Oh no, he's definitely becoming a diva. Because there was
Like,
this thing I saw on like Bleacher Report, like, oh, why didn't you go for was it the Nike or Under Armour? One of
yeah,
those deals.
I think
It's like,
it was
oh,
like I
they didn't
think
give
it
my
was.
brother a contract. Like, stop it, like, it's your
Oh,
brother.
Yeah.
his brother's only in because of him. That's
I mean, I'm
crazy, man. That
happy,
is like
like,
straight up nepotism.
I like
Yeah,
how
it
close
is,
they
man.
are, but it's like your brother's dead. Like, stop it.
Yeah, no.
If I'm the brother, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, you're tripping. Nigga, take the money.
Listen, tell him to go on LinkedIn, bro. What the hell?
Have you seen a video where have you seen a video where his brother asks for the ball going up to the court and then he begs for it, he gets the ball, and then
He
they
violates.
violate the back court
Oh.
8-second violation.
Oh,
Yeah.
any highlight
Oh
of his
man,
is comedy, man. He's so trash.
so funny.
I think there's one time
Oh my
where
God.
he went like between his legs, made a good play, and then the ref like blew a foul because like, yeah, nah, like, he couldn't have done this. So like,
Did you see there was
he must have
one of
traveled.
there was one time where the Bucks were playing someone and then the commentator was like, "Oh, I think the Bucks are waving the white flag," and then the other guy's like, "Why is that?" And he's like, "Because Thanasis is checking in." Oh, I love it, man. What a player.
Yeah.
If you had a brother, who's actually, before I ask this question, who's the older brother, Giannis or Thanasis?
Must be Giannis. Must
Thanasis.
be.
No, Thanasis is the oldest.
Okay,
He's the older brother.
Yeah, he's the older brother.
if you had
Oh,
if
that's
you had
crazy.
a younger brother who was
Mm.
that good and like he was basically you were just tagging on his coattails, like how much of that would you take before you're just like, I can't have him like. I'll put it this way:
Honestly,
would you let your
No.
brother? Would you let your younger brother just stand in front of you and take bullets like that?
Yeah, why not?
I don't think I
Hey,
could.
it's the price you got to pay for fame, innit?
I
Yeah,
don't think I
honestly,
could,
yeah.
man. I don't think
Because
I
when
could
I
do
was
it.
your older brother dragging you to my basketball, and now you're doing it for me. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
we're,
yeah.
no, we're
I hear
even
that.
now.
I
We're
hear
even.
that, but I don't think I could. I just don't like outside of the self-respect thing, because for me, I can't even like the self-respect wouldn't even let me like
No, no,
do
no.
that.
Forget self-respect. Because
But outside again, outside of that, I can't have people just taking jabs at my younger brother because of my trashness.
oh no, I'd speak up, but I'd be like, at the end of the day, I'm not making it to the Hall of Fame. My
Hey,
younger brother
listen,
might be.
man,
But
Innit?
the money's
I'm gonna rob this, rob, rob the whole nation if I could.
No, but
listen, the
I
money's
hear
in my ears. I can't
I
hear
don't know.
anybody,
I
bro.
can't
Exactly.
Honestly,
No
Honestly,
way.
I
I
mean,
couldn't do
like,
it.
Udonis Haslem was on the bench for ages for you
Yeah,
guys, for
but he's no
example.
one's younger
Like,
brother.
no, I get that, but like, you can, if if you can take advantage of the situation where you're getting paid to watch your brother play, to sit on the
Again,
bench, why
I
not?
hear that. I'm not saying I would do like
And he,
again, I would do it for a little bit, but at some point it just starts to get really ridiculous.
I mean,
Like
thing is, if my little brother came to me and was like, "Yeah, it's too much. It's getting too much. Like, I know you're getting paid X amount of money for sitting on a bench, but
mm.
I'm taking all these strays." Then
he wouldn't
Yeah,
yeah,
have to
fair.
come to me, is what I'm saying. I would just be like, yo, like I can't
Yeah.
But
have
like, what strays is he getting though? It's like, oh, your brother's trash. Like, yeah, yeah, I know.
yeah,
Like, what's like?
And also, players love to say that they don't listen to the chatter, so they probably don't even know about it. They're
yeah.
probably just
Yeah,
I
chilling.
just don't
I mean,
care. Except for
they,
KD. KD's the only one.
they're too busy being rich.
Yeah, KD's the only one.
yeah, I don't know. I can't.
Mm,
I don't know. But maybe it's just me. I just have a thing where it's like if I feel like I'm in someone's way, however that is, I'm not in a way like stopping you from
yeah,
doing something, but just like a little bit of an inconvenience. If I feel like I'm that,
yeah.
I can't sit with it.
Nah,
Mm.
but it's not like. I mean, because he's on like is he not like a veteran's minimum or something like that?
No, no. Let's see the basketball thing. I'm with you. Like if I'm
Mm,
just on the bench and like Milwaukee is paying us money, fuck them. Yeah, of course. I'm
mm.
sitting there taking the money.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when it starts getting into like the Nike deals and whatnot, for me, I would go to him and be like, all right, I get you're getting my back and whatnot, but take the money.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like,
but like
Guys, I gotta
Nike
go. Yeah.
needs. Yeah,
no, no, the sentiment is
That's
they
already
so
need
true.
proven.
him as
I know
much.
that the sentiment as far as like staying together, all it is, I hear that, and I'm telling
Mm,
you, go get the money. Like from
mm,
you've done the thing. I know you've got my back. Go get the money now.
mm.
Like that's a bit. I don't know. If I'm Giannis, I get why he does it. But if I'm Thanasis, I'm just like,
But I guess
stop
the
it.
thing is like Nike need Giannis. Like I say need him. Like they want him as an athlete rather than like an
Hmm.
Adidas or Under Armour or something like that. So
Yeah.
that they will always be there for him regardless. It's not like they can be like, okay, well, either take it or we ditch you because Under Armour will take them or like Adidas or even what's it called? The N shoes, whatever they're called. New Balance. They'll take him as
I'm
well.
not even arguing about. I guess the thing I'm just saying is I wouldn't maybe not the Nike thing specifically. I'm just saying like I would tell
Mm,
my younger brother like going forward, whatever
mm.
business you're making, I don't need to be involved in that. Like make that decision for you, your family, whatever makes sense for you. Don't have me be the sticking point. Like
Yeah,
that's not important to me. Like
I
I'm
guess
getting enough of a
the
check from Milwaukee. I'm saying if I'm
yeah.
Thanasis, that's what I'll tell. That's what I'll tell Giannis. Now, if Giannis chooses to make a decision, fine. He's a grown ass man. He can do what he wants. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, don't let me be the reason, or because of some loyalty that you think you need to have to me.
Mm,
Don't let that be the reason you're walking away from a deal. Like if you don't want it, you don't want it. But
mm,
I can't have you making those decisions and like being like, oh, because you didn't do this, with my brother, I'm walking away. Like don't put that on me. I
mm.
appreciate we're sticking together and whatnot, but like make a decision, bro. Like just do you is all I'm
Yeah.
saying. I wouldn't feel comfortable if he was making that decision and being like, "Oh, because I didn't take you on, I just didn't like that." I'm like, "Are you mad?"
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had like a younger sibling in the NBA. It's like, oh, Anthony, could you just like
Oh
carry
no,
my
no,
shoes
no.
around? I've got my job. I'm like,
Honestly, like I don't even know why I'm on the team. Like fuck that. Like I'm staying in my house. Like the fuck do I need to start doing like OTAs for and all these other bullshits? Like you're
yeah,
already there. Like just run the money.
yeah,
Like
I'll run your social media account or something like that.
yeah. Like again, that's what I'm saying. Like if my younger brothers make it, best
Mm,
believe I am chilling.
yeah,
So like honestly, I'm
mm,
retiring quick and easy.
yeah,
But yeah, I think that was pretty much that for the NBA stuff. I know Sam
yeah.
wanted to talk about like